Welcome to the podcast of disaster. I'm your host, JCR1216, and joining me are my co-hosts.
41437.
Hi, I'm Jorgen.
And I'm Adam Hayward.
And we're going to get ready to rumble for a game that came out before GTA 6. Sonic Rumble finally came out last week, and it's definitely an interesting thing to talk about, especially with the fact that it took so long to get out. This game was teased back in 2023, so the GTA 6 jokes do make sense. Heck, even the official Sonic Rumble Twitter account has addressed the memes at this point. I remember when the game got initially delayed for the first time, people would respond with Eggman, this Eggman image saying, "Damn, bro, that's crazy. Can I play the game?" It's definitely interesting just to think about in general about how the hell that we finally got here. They had like 27 pre-seasons for other people in the States. This game was available to other people outside of the United States and the UK. But it just took a long. But you couldn't get into it because you would have to be registered for it. I literally registered for the game when I was 16. I am now 18, almost 19 when this game comes out.
That's the thing. You don't need to register to play the game because I didn't register. I could download the game, no issue. The reason
On
why,
mobile phone.
mobile phone. The reason of why people could play even if they don't register, it was mostly depending either on the phone or in the country you were. Like for some reason, Google Play give you the pass.
That's odd because when I registered on Google Play, I didn't get a pass at all.
Skill issue.
Damn.
Maybe there are certain laws in play. I don't know. It's funny
But,
that you say that this was like announced in 2023. Did you say something like that along those lines? Because it wears its inspiration heavily on its sleeve. I mean, this definitely feels like something that was still out in 2023.
Yeah. Fall Guys is still relevant, but you can definitely tell that this game was made when like Fall Guys was at its peak. Or being constructed while it was during its peak.
That's the problem with things like this sort of thing. Video games take time to make, so by the time you've actually finished the thing that's supposed to ape the thing that's popular, people might have already moved on, which I feel a large majority of people have moved on from Fall Guys. I mean, it's nowhere near as popular as it once was.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it still has like a loyal player base.
Oh yeah, a loyal one. But that's the thing with loyal player bases. If you're aiming towards that crowd, they're loyal. They're not going to easily tear themselves away from Fall Guys in order to go play your thing.
Definitely, and I can definitely see that because that's one of the biggest reasons why I was shocked this was developed like as a mobile game and not like as a console game. I mean, you can play it on Steam and it's compatible with Xbox controllers. I'm still shocked that it isn't on like the Xbox or PlayStation stores.
I was surprised there's no console release for it as well. You think there would be?
Definitely, because it's like Sonic is. I understand there are mobile Sonic games. Like Sonic is no stranger to mobile games.
Yeah, sort of. He had his Maze Runners, and he had his Bruce games and all that stuff. And I've never played any of them, if I'm honest. I'm not a big mobile person, but I knew of them at least.
Yeah, this is Sonic's first attempt at an active mobile game because it's
Active.
like when I define like active mobile game, it's like how do I put this? It's like Clash Royale or like Invincible guarding the globe, where like you have to come in every day for like these rewards, offers and stuff.
Typical mobile sort of mindset. Yeah, daily rewards, extras, drip feeding, currency, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's just graphics stuff. You get it all the time. Just something you expect, especially from things like that are free.
definitely. We've talked a lot about how this game came into the world. What are your guys' thoughts on the fetus that came out of it? It could have probably been a better transition as that made someone in the audience leave.
Oh, Frank's gone.
Honestly, my thoughts on the game itself, it's fun in mobile. I mean, you can have a lot of fun, get a lot of things. But what's something like bothers me and still pisses me off is that people say this game is pay to win or the monetization is horrible. And I'm like, brother, you can get things for free. You just have to play. But people seems to be scared of playing for younger periods, and they they get angry because the game has a ring cap, to upgrade things. But that ring cap is not for because of monetization exactly, even though you can upgrade it with a pass they give you the game. But that ring cap is actually put against people, like kids that gets really obsessed with the game and basically they never want to let go. Those limited exist for those people, even if if you don't like it, they are necessary. And back to the monetization thing, mostly of the monetization is for personalized characters, nothing else. It's just cosmetic. They can give you a boost of rings to get more rings, but that's pretty much it. You can play the game and get the same exact amount of rings with more games. And they say it's pay to win because you got abilities that you can unlock by either buying with the red rings or the gold rings. And honestly, you only need the gold rings because you can get in like 2 games. You get all the abilities necessary, even upgrading the characters to the max. People always arguing about it. Like every time I go to Twitter, Blue Sky, anything that has a Sonic Rumble, they say the monetization is bad or it's pay to win. It's like, have you played the game, my guy? Or you just terrible. You just say it because everyone says it. Bro, play the game and you get the thing for free. 1 hour, you get all
Insert
the
the Buzz
characters.
Lightyear gift here, like the like 1 in a million whatever thingy.
Yeah, exactly. This game is pay to win, bro. Just play the game. You get everything completely free. That's it. Just play the game. That's the only thing you can do. But no, it's easier to.
Sorry.
It's easy to follow the flow.
Well, to quote the legendary NFL head coach Mike McDaniel, to win the game, you've got to win the game. And speaking of games, the mini games. This game is a Fall Guys clone after all, so there's multiple mini games.
Yeah, we know it's a Fall Guys sort of like. I wouldn't say it's a Fall Guys clone. You could possibly say give it charitably call it heavily inspired by. My question is, do you think the mini games set themselves apart enough and have a strong enough theme and entwine itself with Sonic the Hedgehog enough that it's able to differentiate itself or not?
I would say yes. I would say yes because
Yeah.
you can find a few repetitive games that gathering all the rings and having more points than the others. But what is different is both the maps and some small gimmicks that you can see right there and there. Also the boss fights they even have. They are really complicated to be honest. We don't talk about the boss fights.
Yeah, like that shadow one for like round 1 annoys me every single time.
Bro, that was the easiest. That is the easiest one. What I'm talking about are the
I know, but it still annoys me.
skill issue. But still, the shadow one basically is one of the easiest as long as the egg robo thing. The ones that are harder are there are like 6 egg bones. That you require the entire server to gang on all of them because otherwise you don't kill them in time and you use the game. So that's why they make it hard. Most of the boss fights require everyone to lock in because otherwise if you're doing the job alone, GG's, you don't win.
So basically, the more people who survive the initial stuff, the easier the boss fights will be. So you have an incentive to see your people that you want eliminated to actually survive.
No, the boss fight, the main boss fights that are events, you don't get eliminated. You just have to gang up and finish and defeat all the boss in a time limit. If everyone don't lock in and defeat the bosses in the time limit, everyone lose. That's why it make it hard. Like it requires effort of everyone.
Okay, I think that's a bit contradictory to the game in itself. I think if anything, I would think of trying to think of ways to in order to ensure the people got eliminated or things like that or stuff like that. The idea of working together, that's a little different.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you want something competitive in those boss fights, you have like a little ranking of who did the most damage and stuff like that. That's always the most competitive thing, but mostly it's like a raid bots to get points for complete the mission and probably unlock a skin or get red rings to buy skins, stuff like that.
I was about to say a really fucked up joke with this. Let's move on.
Say it,
but back to the. Can I? I don't want to get canceled. I do like the fact, even though it is kind of sad that most of the stages that the mini games are based off of are on popular Sonic levels.
Well, obviously, they do love to recycle their old assets and stuff as things.
Yes. Of course, we need 8 different types of Green Hill variations.
Seaside
7.
Let me guess, chemical plant in there.
Got Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary, City Escape,
Oh
Space
my
Colony
God.
Art, Seaside Hill, Sweet Mountain's an interesting one. I'll give
What
them
have we
that.
got?
Also,
Hey guys,
you
what have we
got
already got?
you also got Ice
What have we got?
Cap, Dedek, Ice Cap, Dedek, and Place Garden too. But Place Garden is rare. Yeah,
Okay,
completely
so
rare.
that's a little different.
Yeah.
They have some variety.
Yeah, they said they're going to add more maps to at least based on different games to add more variety. But we can expect that probably the game modes could be similar because it's kind of complicated to do it while keeping in mind the what's it called, the balancing, because probably people are gonna find an exploit and make things frustrating.
Very
True.
much so.
Also, I do want to point out that this is the first Sega game with Sonic that had help from Rovio,
Oh yeah, Rubio.
the people who made Angry Birds.
Oh boy. Well, they've got to be doing something.
Yeah.
Other than the 15 million challenges. What am I doing today? Oh, I'm building a level where birds get knocked into pigs. Okay. That's been I guess this is my life. I guess this is what I do for the rest of my life. Yeah, so
I will say that it's interesting this game have a mixed perception. Definitely is interesting because recently most Sonic games have had a lot of acclaim, and it's interesting to see Rumble get such.
a couple. That's a bit of revisionist history. What we had before that, we had Shadow X Sonic Generations, which was good.
Crossworlds.
Crossworlds, that's always going to be good. That's more like a spin-off. That's always good. They had really hard to mess that game up. What was it? Was it Forces? No, it was Frontiers, which people like. I don't. Then it was Forces, and it was Mania. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, I suppose.
Yeah.
True.
So I don't know. There are arguably a couple of stinkers in the past, but yeah, I suppose generally the fan base has been saying that they've been doing well these last few games. I guess. But then again, we have to. Is this one? It's like a little side. I imagine it's been like a side project. I doubt this was worked on by a large crew of people. I mean, you said
I think
it was an actor.
I think that's why they brought in Rovio. Just for this is I feel like this is like a testing ground for Rovio.
Maybe it's just a testing ground for spin-offs. I mean, usually it would always be like mainline title, racing game, mainline title, racing game.
It definitely is interesting.
It's a little bit different, and for once, that at least we could celebrate the game for doing, even if it's just Fall Guys. We can at least celebrate it for it being different, something that breaks a little bit of the mold here and doesn't go for the usual typical stuff that you normally have. That being said, does it do it well?
I
Debatable.
believe there's definitely some mini games where there is definite charm and enjoyment for how good it looks. There's some solid mini games in here. Even though I said that the Shadow one is very annoying, it is still a really well done, put together mini game.
And well, do you feel it's fair? It's balanced? Do you think it has a degree of chance or luck in terms of these mini games?
Sometimes definitely with the item placement.
I like the Shadow minigun because I can kick his ass and not get yelled at because of it.
Notorious Shadow hater. Lord approves of the game where you get to fight Shadow.
Yeah.
Of course.
So much for the ultimate life form. and then next thing I hear is just a knock on my door and Chaos. What?
I think Shadow would. I think Shadow wouldn't bother knocking on the door. He would just. You just hear.
You're gonna act
What?
edgy.
Your last word. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it definitely is interesting to see how far this game has overall came. I do definitely feel like it needed polish, but I do wonder what they had to delay the game for so long to be to warrant it needing another couple of months in production.
It looks fine in May.
And there's so much that goes into this that you don't see. You got to think about You got to think about how the physics work and how.
The models, the performance,
net coding.
Yeah, the connection as well. Don't forget the what's it called? PC requirements, because you can look at a mobile game and say, oh, it's nothing very light, but move it to PC and you're gonna see how slow your PC is gonna go. They really need to fix a lot of things.
I have a friend that was playing it on the PC version before, a week before the global release back in May. The delay back in May. It looked fine, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Was he playing it on the? Yeah. Was he playing it with the Google Play emulator?
I don't think so. I think because they were part of the program. I think they literally just downloaded it through Steam. I think that's what it was.
That's weird. That's weird. But yeah, most of mobile games that get ported to PC, they have performance issue or the biggest threat of all, the controllers, the joysticks. Sometimes they don't get read and cause problems. I think JCR, you have that problem when you try to play the game on PC, right?
I believe so because I had an error. I uploaded it as a YouTube short, where I disconnected my phone. I disconnected my controller and I couldn't play the game for 10 minutes because every time I opened it up, it just gave me you disconnected your controller.
Yeah.
Please, and that. Even when I plugged it back in, it still didn't work for a hot minute.
Yeah, and
So a bit of a disaster on PC then.
yeah, mostly PC problem. On console, I
Okay,
don't
well,
know
that'll be
because on console I don't know why there was a delay. Probably because I might be theorizing. I'm gonna theorize here for the console, but probably it's because they don't know if they're gonna launch a new console generation the moment they drop the game, and people move to the next one, stuff like that. You know how
I think they must get
companies
told in
release
advance
things.
a little bit.
Yeah, you know how
Or they just
companies release new consoles in
Mhm.
seconds.
oh, yeah, they just rush it out as quickly as they can in order to beat the competition. But
Yeah,
here's the thing about like when you say with these problems that are going on, this game lives or dies by its player retention. And you already have an uphill battle because you're trying to win over the Fall Guys sort of crowd as well as the Sonic crowd. And if you only get one chance to make a first impression, if people had this like having trouble out of the gate, you're going to accidentally kill a vast majority of your audience. And like I said, this game will live and die on its audience retention, whether you keep whether through its microtransactions or things like that, or just being able to keep the servers up. So that stumbling like this, you've really got to get right. And if you say this thing was delayed several times, and I imagine this must have been a pain in the ass to get done, but it must have been something wrong.
yeah. But honestly, I'm glad that we have it here, even though people are annoying for some things, which I think that's the next stop we have now.
Yeah, the pass is an interesting idea, but that requires the game to continue like having success and being a good video game. Because I tried playing it on mobile. I'll be fully honest. The game controls like a fucking Roblox game on your phone. It's like I'm playing like mobile Roblox.
You have no idea. It took me a while to get used to the sensibility of the control or the tactical. To the tactical control. I don't know how it's called in English. So to the mobile controls, it was complicated for me to get used to get a hand of it, and well, I still
Feels,
suck
I
ass.
guess.
Yeah, I still suck ass, but at least I'm not in pain.
Fucking ass properly.
Yeah. Other thing that kind of about the pass is the free-to-play side of the pass is fine. You can get good rewards, but the paid part of the pass is not that important. You just get a few skin characters and that's it. A few icons, but that's pretty much it. The UCRs is the free-to-play side, in my opinion.
Well, like I say, the skins look all right. If you look at the cartoony versions of the nothing I would want to pay actual money for or anything like that.
Yeah, and why $45? Why are they so damn expensive?
They have these small companies like Sega need money.
Hey,
It's like $45. Sonic Frontiers, as of recording this, is on sale on Steam for
economy things.
$11.
Sonic has now like got. But this is just the stuff they do. It's like it becomes more and more egregious, and they push the bar out as much as they possibly can. The thing with mobile games is you just be thankful that it's not that there is a game at all with the absolute slop that is sometimes pushed out onto the internet with stuff like these mobile games, these knockoff games, these endless tripe that barely even works, and it's not fun to play, and it's filled with like adverts and monetization and God knows what. At the
Yeah,
end of the
Sonic.
day, I mean,
Yeah, Sonic Frontiers for $11. You could buy that game 4 times for the same price that it costs one of these skins. Absolutely ridiculous.
absolutely disgusting. And it's
But
a
that's the
fucking
thing.
skin.
That's the thing. It's just a skin. It doesn't give you
I think
extra
that- I mean,
advantage and stuff like that. It's just a skin.
Well,
A skin that you can even get for free.
otherwise it truly would be paid to win, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Those-
$5, maybe $10 at a pinch, but fucking hell, 45! You absolutely kidding me? I just bought Silent Hill 2 for $49.99.
Heck, Sonic Forces went for $40 when it launched. Think about that.
Well, that's because I think they knew they had a stinker on their hands.
You rather buy
Sometimes
Sonic Forces or a Sonic Rumble Battle Pass?
I don't know. That's like asking me if I want syphilis or the clap.
Damn. Anyways, but still, those skins you can get it for free because every time you complete missions, there are missions that give you red rings, and by just completing a mission, in time you can buy
Yeah, but
those
there's a-
big ass cool ass skins.
They don't. No company puts microtransactions into the game, and without them not with them have the mindset of I don't want you to buy this. It's obvious they want you to buy it. It's obvious that the game is a grind, but at the same time, it's a free to play game. What else
Yeah.
can you say about it? It's free to play. You got in for free. Your price that you are paying is the mental manipulation that the game is programmed to try and do in order to squeeze money out of you. That is the way it is. That's how it goes. If you can fight that, and in a way, you can call it predatory. You can call it manipulative. You can call it whatever you want. That's the way it is. You got in for free. There are games that charge you $80 in advance and still employ those mental manipulations.
Yeah, like at least it isn't like NBA 2K where you spend like $70 for a sports game.
Yeah, and you get game that like that sort of thing. It's not catch for thing. This could be a lot worse, but at the same time, it could be a lot worse. So you've got to keep your eyes open because these things can be patched, these things can be changed, these things can be manipulated. Stats can be altered. Dispensaries can be capped. Things can be rewards can be nerfed. Prices can be hiked. Anything and gameplay can be made to be more grindy. It can be patched to be changed, and the more as it goes down, this game is a perpetual thing. It is a live service game. It works. It's a multiplayer game. It is literally requires the constant online, to be always online and working with other people. So things can be changed. So saying, "Oh, it's not that bad now," let's wait a little bit. Is what I'm saying. Just wait and give it a little time. I imagine that things might actually get a little worse, especially when you start seeing those players diminish. You watch. This always goes down. And what happens is they'll do something, they'll push the bar out too far, it'll get a backlash, and they'll go, okay, and they'll go back to the previous thing that everyone was complaining about. But now it's okay because they're not doing that horrible, horrible thing that they said they were going to do. Always how it happens. And you tell I've seen this dance done many times before.
Definitely.
Yeah, but don't forget about something. Even though with those microtransactions, egregious prices and stuff like that, the only way that they can lower the prices, not only, like you said, people will start being complaining and leaving the game, or fixing the prices depending on the country, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
One of the things that bothers me of mobile games is that you can
It's like
see 40 Canadian dollars and you say, okay, this is not bad. You translate it to your coin. Oh wait, I'm using a kidney. I cannot afford this.
It's this is not like buying a WrestleMania ticket where you have to remortgage your house. But yeah, this actually has happened before. You actually brought up a good point there. Where it's like you push people complain and then they change it, and then it's still egregious, but it's not as egregious. That happened with EA's Anthem, if you remember that pile of trash back in the day.
With what?
Anthem. Does anyone remember Anthem?
Yeah, I remember that one. I was watching the Game Awards and was saying, "Oh, this is gonna be the warping period." The game just died.
Yeah, well, I think like
EA.
the skins in that were like $20 a piece,
Yeah.
and people complained, and they made it okay. We'll drop it down to $10 a piece, which was still dear, especially considering you just paid $60 at minimum to get in. But people were happy with that because at least it's not $20 anymore. So you make a good fair point there.
Yeah. But sadly,
But at the
those
same time-
tactics is still sometimes those tactics doesn't work, and well, people even though they get angry, they're still giving they twist their arm and give money to these people. For example, Destiny. Destiny has a lot of BS and take content away just to sell it back, like with double the price than before.
There's
People
been a
get
weird
angry.
situation where everyone blamed the publisher, Destiny, and then the developers got away and from the publisher, and then things got fucking worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I still this is my fear with some of these games, even with Sonic Rumble now that we are here, that they're gonna put content, then they're gonna take it away, they're gonna sell it back, but with double the price before, just because it's super rare.
I remember, it's like when you see with these purchasable skins like that. I once told my mate's little sister, "Did you know that we used to unlock these things? They used to just be in the game," and she couldn't believe that used to be the case because now it's so normalized. Like, yeah, once upon a time you just unlocked shit. It didn't involve you getting out your flipping credit card to do it.
Yeah, and it all started with the unlock everything just before playing the game back. Like you wanna buy the game, you go scroll it down and see, oh, you can unlock everything just by paying extra money, and all before you do the history mode. And then they evolve to Battle Pass. Yeah, then they evolve to Battle Pass, evolve to this.
$10, you can skip that grind.
Exactly. And this is something what I do have to give the reason to the people that are angry at Sonic Rumble, that there is a possibility that we're gonna see a pass, you're gonna unlock everything, you have your skin and all that, and then the next thing, oh, I cannot use the skin anymore. Why? Because you have to pay money again. That's one of the
I don't
points.
think they could do that because because once you have something, it's supposedly yours. Although they do state that you don't own anything that you play now. Even if you own a physical copy, they say that that is just a license to play the game. You don't own your own games anymore, which is absolute trash and bullshit, and it can go to hell.
Yeah. Or the
I'll go get
doing the
used to playing my
Nintendo thing.
games. No.
Yeah, or doing the Nintendo thing that, oh no, you don't own the console. We can turn off your console if you want to.
Yeah. See, I think this is just, it's like, okay, yeah, people are pissed, and people say that, okay, this isn't that bad, but there is a reason why. This is indicative of the culture of why people are so angry, because we have been dicked around, we have been messed around, we have been taken advantage of, we have been taken for granted, we have been abused in terms of things like microtransactions, loot boxes, battle passes, all these freaking ways to try and shear like two worths of wool out of one sheep, and it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, backlash may be severe, but maybe that's because, one, it's a mobile game, and usually these things are incredibly
Cashback.
designed. Yeah, as cash grabs. Look at Diablo Immortals if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And B, you can always change it. You can always dick things around. If you're not making enough profit, you can always tweak it so that the people who are loyal have to pay even more money. Or you have to, if you want to get that, you have to spend even more time playing the game. You have to spend an ungodly amount of time. So I think it's just indicative of the time and the lack of trust that publishers have, because publishers have done nothing to earn our trust. They're not your friends. They want your money. They would kick a baby across into a fucking. They'd kick a baby just to save an extra few dollars and get their bonuses.
I agree.
That's a wild statement, but okay.
But he's not wrong.
Okay.
This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out. Mr. Burns was meant to be a satire, not an instruction manual.
Go.
And, so yeah, it's like there is no. The reason is the backlash and the angry mobs of people getting annoyed at these microtransactions justified? Absolutely. You've done absolutely fuck all to earn our trust, and we don't trust you. So, what's going to happen? You're going to go off. Am I going to hurt your feelings? Go off and cry in your little fucking mansions, you little pricks. While I work out, I'm going to pay my rent this month. It's just that. And what I love is if you look at the list of things going down, it's always the big franchises that always do the most egregious shit. It's always your Star Wars. It's always your things like your Lord of the Rings. It's always those big ones that were guaranteed to make lots of money, but you decided you wanted all of our money all the time, all the way. So suddenly, get as much as we can, and run. It's essentially a fucking heist. Get in, get what we can, get out. I'm sorry, I've gone on a bit of a tangent here.
It's
Yep.
fine. That's what the podcasting disaster's for.
We yap.
So what were we talking about? What was the question again?
I think we already responded all of them. we responded even microtransactions with this talk.
Yeah. No, I had a lot to say on that in case.
Oh, you still go ahead. Knock yourself out, buddy.
I've said my piece. I've said my piece. I've said my thoughts. I don't want to hijack the whole thing for myself, for starters. I've said exactly where I feel on the backlash. Yeah, go ahead, bitch, complain, have a go at them. Don't freaking stop. Don't let up for a second. I say, fuck them.
Well, I will say that I am happy. I feel like I definitely hope this game does stick around. It's interesting to see something because I feel like this is the only thing that this is like. It's kind of like IDW where you get like monthly updates, that type of thing. Hopefully.
I'm going to be honest. I hope I'm proved wrong. I don't see this having staying power. I think it'll be a quick flash in the pan. You'll have it for maybe like 6 months, maybe to a year.
6 to 7.
Fun?
Well, maybe they should have released it back in May or even earlier.
Yeah. I just think it'll be like 6 months to a year. You'll hemorrhage players as time goes on. The people who enjoy these sorts of games will go back to Fall Guys. The people who like Sonic will realize that they can go off and play something different that's more Sonic-like.
I'm pretty sure that Sonic did a collab with Fall Guys.
They did, yeah. They had skins and stuff.
Yeah, and also they did a collab with another. They did a collab with. I don't know what game was, but
Fall Guys did a collab with everything. They did everyone and every bloody thing. Okay.
Everyone except Mario.
Seriously, dudes, you guys need to take Fall Guys down to the friggin' STD clinic before you get into bed with them. Seriously, they were like with everyone.
Yeah, but the difference is the Fall Guys start to die. Most and it's not the way of baseball. It's just the servers.
I remember when Fall Guys came out. The fact is they had to make more servers because they couldn't handle the amount of people. That's the truth. They literally were like, we don't have enough servers to take we have a bigger fan base than we thought we were going to have. We don't have enough servers. We need to get more servers. Which is
Yeah.
a real humble brag when you think about it. Oh no, our game is so popular. Oh no, what do we do? This was a Sonic game. It was always going to have some. It was always going to have a huge, big opening. It was going to have some sort of like thing. Sonic fans, they're growing. There used to be more cult like than it is today. But there's one thing that's never ever gone away. It's their passion for anything for that little blue spiky rat. It's always going to be there.
I
My
just
question
wish.
to you is, guys.
Yeah, I just wish we can get a Sonic Battle Royale with guns. Just saying. Imagine,
don't worry,
imagine.
that Fortnite collab is coming, man.
Yeah, we got Bamboozle with a card and shoes.
Although I really wouldn't want to play Fortnite with a Sonic skin, not with that freaking head. Can you imagine the hitbox target?
I mean, they did a collab with Bug Mobile. Sonic fighting Skibidi Toilet, which I'm like, why? Of all things.
I don't think the guys think why when they're thinking about what they can do in this game. I think they're just thinking why not.
True.
Why the fuck?
Well, anyways, I believe that's everything everyone has to say about Sonic Rumble.
Oh yes.
They should add the Yanofish
Well,
skin.
Yes,
I don't
Lanofish
agree.
win. Yoshi's gonna kill me, but we need it. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching the podcast of Disaster. As always, be good to yourselves, others, and mothers, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye everyone.
Bye.